This is the DX6E radio that comes pre-packaged with the Blade 230S. It never really worked, and now the power, even when on, it doesn't turn on, so I suspect a power supply problem. This is a 3.3 volt regulator, and what I notice is that the regulator is shortened, the output is shortened to ground. So I'll take this out. I more believe it's one of these capacitors on the output line, but I will take this out and check it first. So I've set my power supply to 1.4 volts, and I raised the current so that some current would be passing through it. And when I check here, I'm putting it into the regulator output, which should be 3.3 volts. I'm definitely feeling some heat around here, so I'll check these capacitors here and see if those are faulty. So I had to cut this via out from the circuit because it was shortened, this STM32 microcontroller. So as we can see, by doing that, the radio works, and we would like to see if it's picking up a 2.4 gigahertz signal, and it is. So most likely this radio will work. Let me switch it off, and let's see if I could switch it back on. So most likely this radio will work because I'm getting the 2.4 gigahertz base carrier signal. So now the transmitter binds to this DSM-X receiver, but there's no gimbal function. So let's see. Let's actually see that it binds. So there you see it bound to this DSM-X receiver. The problem here is that the servos function on switches and on the trims, but the gimbals themselves do not function, and this happens on the trainer port as well as on the receiver. So I'll go back into it again and check to see if I'm getting voltages on the potentiometers on the gimbals, and also to see where the analog to digital signals are connected on the STM32 microcontroller. Okay, so the potentiometers on the gimbals are okay, and they move their 5K pots. But what I notice is that this is the gimbal connection here, and the gimbal is actually shortened, right? The input and the output is shortened to ground, so therefore this on both sides, so therefore this gimbal, no signal will be able to come out from it. So this capacitor here was shortened power to ground on the gimbals, and removing this capacitor removed the short circuit. So I'll replace it with another one and check if the gimbals and the STM works. So I've changed this capacitor here, which was shortened, and you can see there's no longer a short to ground. So the gimbals are no longer shortened. I'll put it back together and it should work. So changing the shorted capacitor eliminated the short to ground, and now as you can see, the gimbals work and the servos work. Okay, so testing the circuit again, testing the radio again, it works. I've tested all of the channels and you can see that all of them work. So that shorted capacitor was the problem.